my fellow comic book collectors, it's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 5 of this unboxing, Grail unboxing series, and it's actually, we're getting into some pretty cool books. This one is a mixture again, I always try to have a bit of a mixture for every video. This one is a mixture of some modern books and some mostly Golden Age. This first book is part of a collection that I go for, where I go after homages. And one of the things that I really like is homages to key books. So one of the big books that actually used to be more expensive than Action 1 is the very first appearance of the Justice League. And the Justice, the Legion, sorry, not Justice League, Legion of Superheroes. The Legion of Superheroes book, which is, I think it's Adventure Comics number 247, used to actually be as valuable as Action 1 at its time in history, going back many years now. But it was a major book, and it was hard to find. So I like homages to it, and this is an homage to that book. And it's Simpsons that did the homage. And if you know the comic, basically it's Superboy that's here, and you have like Sun Girl, Saturn, or Saturn Girl, Sun Boy, and Cosmic Boy, I think it is. Matt's going to be totally getting mad at me if I say those wrong. Hopefully I got it right. And they have it with the Simpsons characters. So we got Captain Comics, the Quickie Stir, as in Quickie Mart, and then we got Lefty Lad. Yeah, is it a Golden Lad or Cosmic Lad? I think it's Cosmic Lad. This is a really great one. You got Homer being, I don't know what he's doing. He's got like keep on trucking, and he's got very odd very odd stuff going on him. So yeah, just a really fun one. This is Simpsons Comics number 67, and I like homages. I have a bunch of homages to Adventure Comics 247. What does it say? No, it doesn't. I was wondering if it would say that it was an homage. Now this next one is sort of an under the radar key book. Right now there's the Marvel's Rivals game, I guess, is really popular. I don't really play those kind of games, but I guess it's really popular, and a lot of the skins that people wear in the game are super popular, making certain characters really popular. And one of the characters that became kind of like a huge fan favorite was Jeff the Land Shark. And first appearance of Jeff the Land Shark has gone through the roof as a result of that. And I think it's going to come down because there's just too many of them out there that eventually people will be like, okay, well, I can make crazy money, and they'll just flood the market. But one of the books that's kind of Jeff the Land Shark related is his first cover appearance. So in his first appearance, he's not on the cover. This is the first cover appearance of Jeff the Land Shark. So we got right there, Jeff the Land Shark. First cover appearance of Jeff the Land Shark. And this is like a dollar bin book, but it's just a fun one to get. So this is Superior Spider-Man number 7. So if you ever want to get Jeff the Land Shark's first cover appearance, well, Superior Spider-Man number 7. So just a fun one. This next one is actually a pretty major book. For modern, it's a modern book again, but it's a major one. This is Gore Shriek, and it's a very disturbing cover. I mean, it is pretty wild. I mean, she's literally biting the umbilical cord for this doll baby, and maybe it's the intestines of the baby. I don't know. It's like very disturbing. Blood's everywhere. You got the baby ripped in half. I mean, who could have drawn such a crazy thing? Well, this is the very first cover art by Greg Capullo. So Capullo's very first cover art. So pretty crazy cover. And you can even see that it says Capullo right down the corner there. So it's his very first cover. The issue before this, Gore Streak number 3 or number 2, one of the two, is his first published artwork. So it's Gore Shriek that led to him becoming an artist, becoming a published artist, I should say. And it says free color promo and checklist from Mars Attacks, the mini comic. So that's pretty cool. And then the people that I ordered that from included a free comic of Gore Shriek number 3. So I guess this it's number 2. That's his first cover, first interior art. But this is Gore Shriek number 3. So this was free. I think it says free. Isn't that cool? So I already have Gore Shriek number 2, which is his first, Capullo's first published art. Now I have his first cover, and I even have his second interior art. That's kind of fun. It's a pretty cool cover too. Very, very horror-like one. The mice eating this poor guy. Well, zombie guy. Okay. So yeah, that's number 3. Now this next book is the one that I was kind of referring to as being sort of under the radar for most people. And it's one that is just a really cool book that most people wouldn't necessarily know the significance of it. And I have to kind of take it out to show. It's like here. Gonna remove the tape and put it aside so that it doesn't potentially catch any comics. This is a magazine actually, but it's definitely a cool one. Okay, so this is Mad magazine from, where does it say? Does it say when it's from? Oh yes, January 1961. And this is the election special. So you got congratulations to John Kennedy. And, it says, upon his election as president. So it's, the election special. And we got the back cover. So, yeah. So it's Mad congratulates Richard Nixon. So it has like both. It's like sort of an election issue where they weren't sure who was going to win. So they basically say congratulations to both so that they would be right. So the way it's done is a flip book. And the interesting thing is they actually do it so that either could be the front. So could be the front or this could be the front. Isn't that kind of cool? So the interesting thing about this book is not necessarily that part of it. That's cool and all. It's cool that that is the famous election. But what's especially cool is what first appearance is in here, and we got the first appearance of Spy versus Spy. So we got the black spy versus the white spy, and supposedly. We looked this up. The white spy and the black spy are tied. They have equal number of wins each. So this is the very first appearance of Spy versus Spy. Very major, element for Mad Magazine. And it's in January 1961. So you look for the election issue, and then you can see the first appearance of Spy versus Spy. So kind of a cool book, a little bit under the radar. Not many people realize that is where Spy vs. Spy made its first appearance, but that is Spy vs. Spy's first appearance. I'll put the tape back on. Boom. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show you is another magazine, and they shipped it really poorly. Look, it's in like sort of a Ziploc bag instead of a magazine bag. I'm gonna. Hopefully I can get it out of this silly thing. Okay, let me just see if I can get it out. Okay, what a disgusting bag. That is horrible. Okay, I'm going to throw that away. It's supposed to have the glasses in it too. Oh yeah, it comes with the glasses. Whenever you buy 3D comics, always try to get the glasses with it. So it comes with the glasses. But this is a 3D movie. And it's a 3D comic with Marilyn Monroe. Now it's a little bit rough. You can see there's a little bit of staining here. But it is a 3D comic, and it's kind of a cool one. 3D magazine, I should say. Actually, yeah, so you can see some 3D panels inside. Not all of it's 3D. I would have expected the whole thing to be 3D, but most of it's just regular pictures. But every so often they'll show like a one 3D image. Bit of a ripoff, if you ask me. I was thinking it's going to be all 3D. But there are a few panels that are 3D. It's a little bit disappointing in a way. Very odd. Okay, so this one is pretty desired because a lot of people do collect Marilyn Monroe. It's a 3D comic with Marilyn Monroe. I'll show you the back as well. So yeah, I'm going to rebag that because it was kind of disturbing that it was not bagged properly. Okay, we've got a few more comics to go. Some really cool ones. First is another series that I'm really trying to get the whole run of, but it's another harder one, is Popular Teenagers. Now, Popular Teenagers is a book that features the artwork of L.B. Cole. So this is an L.B. Cole cover, and it's like an ape cover, which is extra funny. And this is a pretty interesting one because, where is it? There's actually two versions of this book. There is this version, which is the first printing, but there's some which will have like an extra little circle right here, and it will say accepted. And that's actually a reprint of this book. And you'll see that with Popular Teenagers, that there's the standard version, which is the first printing, and then there's accepted variant, which is a later printing, but a reprint. But it's the reprints don't go for nearly as much. It's just a cool L.B. Cole cover with a party and a guy dressed up as a gorilla. At least we think he's a gorilla. Dressed up as a gorilla, I should say. Okay, this next one is one that I've been searching for a while. I actually own a copy of this next book, but mine is coverless. And I've been trying to get a cover for it. But I ended up seeing this book, which is complete, for sale. So I just figured I'd buy the complete version. And this is Mr. Risk, number 2. And this book was mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent. So kind of a cool piece of history, because this is one of the many books that was mentioned in Frederick Wortham's Seduction of the Innocent, which really led to the end of the golden age of comics, and was the thing that was instrumental in the creation of the Comic Code Authority. So any books that were mentioned in it, there was 155 that were mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent, are highly collectible. So to find all of them is actually a real challenge. I'm missing 3 right now, personally. 3 out of the 155 ones that were mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent. And this one I had, but I had a coverless copy. So I just wanted to. This is an upgrade where it has a cover. So yeah, very hard book to find though. So far I've only seen 2 copies, a coverless one and a low-grade covered copy. But definitely a cool book, Mr. Risk, number 2. Okay, this next one is a fun one. I'm a big fan of Archie innuendo covers, or fun, just fun, Betty versus Veronica kind of covers. And this is that genre. I'll show it to you in just a second. I'm just going to remove some tape. So this is Betty and Veronica. And it's just a really great one. I think this is Henry Lucy. did the cover. And this is from, I'm not sure when it's from, but mid-40s. And this is Betty and Veronica number 42. This is a really cool, you know, humor, sexy girl one. And it's like, Ronnie, have you heard of Betty is going to be a cover girl? Magazine or manhole? So like she doesn't really like Betty. So just, you know, very jealous. I just think it's funny, their rivalry. And then this next one is a headlight cover, which is odd for Archie. There's not really that many headlight covers in Archie. You know, there's innuendo covers, sure, but headlight covers, not so much. This is definitely a headlight cover. So we got Archie 100, and you can she's very curvy looking, and Archie seems to be getting the point. So Veronica, you're the most beautiful girl in the world. What a line. He'll say it so, he'd say so even if he didn't think so. And she would think so even if he didn't say so. So it's just, I like, you know, he says this kind of cheesy line and then they interpret it, which is really funny. So this is early Silver Age Archie. So yeah, probably like 56 or 57. So yeah, Archie 100. Really cool book. Okay. Now, a while ago, I was kind of going down this rabbit hole of trying to find the very first bikini cover. And I don't know why. Somebody asked me that question and kind of set me down a path of trying to find, you know, the first bikini cover, you know, in comics. And it turns out it's a comic called Gay Comics, number 23, I believe, is the very first bikini cover in comics. Then I tried to find out, well, Archie's kind of known for, you know, bikinis and, you know, women in swimsuit covers and innuendo covers. Well, what was the very first Archie comic that had a bikini? Well, it's this book. This is Pt5 number 99. And this is actually the very first bikini cover in Archie, in any Archie comic. So Pt5 number 99. So you can see it's not her, it's not Veronica, it's the girl in the background, Betty, that's wearing the bikini. Now this is also an innuendo cover as well. And I'll read the thing. Oh, my reading skills always horrible, but we'll pretend. Now that's what I call a touching sight. Gosh, Veronica, what a lovely back to put my new bottle of suntan oil on. It may be a new bottle, but that's the same old oil. So yeah, just kind of a funny one. He's gonna oil up her back. I don't know, it's just a interesting one. So yeah, Pt5 99. First appearance of the bikini on a cover for Archie. So yeah. And we got one more Archie book to get into. Another kind of cute one. And this is Archie 101. And if I tried to kiss you, would you yell for help? I don't know. Do you need any? Very cute, you know, bit of an innuendo one. I just think it's kind of fun. So very cute covers. I like Archie. I'm beginning, you know, as you collect it, you begin to appreciate it more and more. Now this last book is kind of a fun good girl cover and comic. It's an early one. It's Millie the Model number 4. And again, it's just a great one because you got Millie, and she actually living up to her name. She's a model. And you got these guys, and it's like, must be freezing cold. the guys are all frozen, and she's just like wearing a bathing suit and you know, acting like, you know, a model, I guess. What does it say? Bixby bathing suit. And then she's modeling. Millie the model says, wear Bixby bathing suits. So that's kind of cool. It's a fun Good Girl art cover. Again, similar to the Archies in terms of swimsuits, you know, and fun stuff. So I really like Marvel's Good Girl comics, like Millie the Model and Tilly the Toddler and Tessie the Typist and all those ones. So Millie the Model is pretty fun. So that's Millie the Model number 4. And that's it for this part. The next parts will be all slabs. So it'll be some cooler books in terms of, you know, the fact that they're graded. I don't know if that's cool or not. But there are some pretty big books coming up. So stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoy this content. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.